Good morning from the creation station. It went wrong. It went wrong, and I'm gonna explain. Okay, so many of you guys know who follow me on Instagram, and if you know about Bali tradition, you know what Nyepi is. Nyepi is probably the biggest day of the year here in Bali. It's also known as Silent Day. So during this day, you have to be quiet. They cut off electricity. No one's allowed on the roads. To let you know how big of a holiday it is, everything shuts down, including the airport, which, crazy enough, doesn't sound so weird in 2021 after 2020, but it's a huge holiday, and I have so much to show you from this day, but there is a problem. So right now, I'm on our rooftop. And up here, I filmed a lot of stuff for you guys, but there's a problem. I was taking pictures of the sky and I totally forgot to change the settings back on my camera. So the sound is off, nothing's in focus because I had it on manual focus for all the pictures you're gonna see later today, and kind of show you how we celebrate Nyepi as foreign people here in Bali. Foreigners in Bali. Okay, so one thing that's really important to know about here in Bali is that there's one word that describes Bali for me in my mind, it's tradition. They have such a very strong tradition. And one tradition that they have is in all the homes that are mostly made by the Balinese, there's a temple in it. The temple's usually in the middle of the home and everything's kind of built around the temple in most cases. And it's no different here. So to start off Nyepi the day before, we were invited to a ceremony to attend and to almost bless our home and the villa and to give thanks and gratitude. And yeah, but to do that, as you guys know, you always must wear a sarong to attend the ceremonies. Okay, and later that day, one thing that's also important to know is that, as I said before, on Nyepi, Silent Day, everyone has their lights off. So in every single home, the lights are off. You're allowed to use a little lamp, and that's kind of it. But one thing I wanted to film was the night before Nyepi, so I could show what it looks like on a normal night here in the Creation Station, and more importantly, what something else looks like. Ooh, okay, so this is actually the night before Nyepi. So this is before midnight, because at midnight is when the lights go off and everything kind of, the actual day starts. So it's a few hours before, and you're gonna see right now, lights are on. A very typical evening here in the Creation Station. Lights are on here in the Creation Station, so it's normal. And we're gonna go upstairs, and I'm gonna show you the lights that are on in the neighborhood. So, lights are on. Keep going upstairs. I know it's not super clear and you can't see me, but you can see the lights everywhere in the distance. Kind of very typical evening. Very typical evening. And I'm showing you all that to set you up for, well, the actual day of Nyepi, when there's no lights, no scooters, no one anywhere. And the most beautiful part, well, I'll explain it. And that something else is the sky. Anyone who's been to Nyepi, Silent Day, will tell you the sky is amazing. But the night before is when it starts, because you can really compare. And this is the night before. And that leads us to the day of Nyepi. So those pictures were before that, everything happened before. Now the day of Nyepi. Everyone celebrates Nyepi in their own kind of way. Everyone has their own traditions. Some people don't use any electricity, some people do, some people have fun, some people don't have fun the whole day. Some people eat, some people don't eat. Some people cook, some people don't cook. Our rules was that we weren't going to use our phones and we were going to put our electronics away. I made it through most of the day like this, but that was my intention starting, was not to use the electronics. Okay, so it is silent days in the morning, and it's 7:25, 7:30. All my electronics are going off. Phone is already shut down for today, and 3 minutes early before 7:30, shutting off. Shutting off the computer. And today will only be, and today I can do anything else but not talking too loud, not speaking too loud, and going to not look at any electronics, any screens or anything like that. Yeah, here we go. 7:30. Let's see if I can do this. Crazy how that's a big deal for us now in the world we live in. Okay, so quick little update from today. Very quiet day, not talking really loud. As I told you guys, I said I'm not gonna go on my electronics today, but something happened. Well, I don't want to say something happened, just I decided to do something different. So a lot of people on a day like today, they don't go on their phones or they don't use electronics. So I haven't had the TV on and not touching my phone. After 7:30 this morning, phone's been away, computer's been away I took my computer out just for 30 seconds and it went away. But I did go on my iPad. Does that count? Because I haven't been on social media or anything, so it's been really quiet. I just played a little bit of a small game on my iPad, but not being on my phone, that makes it feel like a really different day. Not leaving the house makes it feel like a really different day. And me still being in like my pajamas makes it feel like a really different day. And it makes me just kind of realize the importance of intention. The importance of intention. And when I say intention, it's all about the intent that you put on something. By the way, just coming up here for a better view, the sky is super clear today and very quiet because everyone is at home. So no one's leaving the house, there's no scooters on the road, so the sky, paradise day almost. But when I say intention, I mean that if you think about it, the intention is the only thing that separates things. So if you're American watching this, or you know about American holidays, you know about Thanksgiving, everyone sits down, everyone comes together, everyone says what they're thankful for. But that's because there's an intention set to do that. And that intention gives the feeling. If we're having dinner because we're just having dinner, or we're having dinner because it's your birthday, the only difference is the intention. Which makes me think of a day like today, and times like Christmas and all of this. It's really a similar day, but the feeling's different because of the intention. So on a day like today, the intention is to kind of relax, to be at home, to not be going out, to not be distracted by everything, to be focused on myself, what I want to do, on other people, all these different things. Is that intention that really sets the difference between day to day. But just having a very chill, quiet, silent day, aka Nyepi, here in the Creation Station. So as you guys know, we can't use electricity, but we do have this little interesting gadget. This is what we're using because now we're gonna eat. Yeah, Mom, if you're watching this, thank you for getting this for me over a year ago. I use it. And as I told you before, when it comes to Nyepi, Silent Day, one of the most beautiful things is not that you can't talk, or you're very quiet, or that people are on the road. That's not the most amazing thing to hear or know. The most amazing thing during Nyepi is the sky. I was here last year for Nyepi, saw the galaxy, but last year was nothing compared to what we saw this year when I went on my rooftop, our rooftop at the Creation Station. You saw last night. Well, this is the night of Nyepi. Oh, and one thing to understand is that no one has used any cars or scooters on the island the entire day. There's no emissions, nobody worked, nothing, carbon emissions in the sky. This is what makes this sky different than any sky you've probably ever seen before. And that was our Nyepi. That's how we celebrated. It was probably the first time in a long time I hadn't left the house or went out. We talked very quietly, and I had a lot of things that came through on that day of places where I realized that I struggled and I didn't know that I struggled. So as you know, being on social media all the time, and I love writing you guys, I love getting messages, I love reading the comments here. Even if I can't respond to all of them, I read all of you all's comments. And I found it as I couldn't pick up my phone that I was like a little bit addicted, and that I was always checking, checking this, checking new messages here, checking message, what needs to be responded to. And on Nyepi, that was gone. And I felt like this peace overwhelming me in a sense, in a good way. And I realized that it's so important to take intentional time away from social media. My life is on social media and I love being on it. It's something that brings me joy and fun. But I realized that taking this break really put things into perspective. And the next day is when I came charged up with all these ideas because I took that break. So there's something I could give you guys, and just to give a little value for you, is to maybe have a day or an afternoon without your phone. I know a lot of you guys do that already, and I try to, but it doesn't really work out so well. But really setting the intention and doing something else that makes it really different as well. Maybe not using the light in your room or something. And for me, it was a very eye-opening experience and allowed me to understand the importance of balance. Working hard, getting everything done is great, but it's important to find that balance and to step away from the things that we're consumed with and we consume all the time. And Nyepi definitely showed me that. And I'm just glad that you're here. I was excited to show you. I've had this video for a while, and I just didn't have, I wanted to always, all the videos I make, I always have this energy, like it's something I truly want to do, I truly want to make. And when it was done, I wanted to embrace that for myself before putting this video out. So I just hope you got something out of here. I know so many of you guys are new around here. I want to welcome you here. I want you to know that you're always welcome here. If I can ever help you guys out, please send me an email, an Instagram. I'll get back to your Instagrams. I'm doing my best to respond to people quickly. And thank you so much for your comments. And any other videos you'd like to see, any other traditions, any other things. I got a lot of stuff coming, and it's already been filmed, it needs to be edited. And I'm really excited to get that out for you. And on that note, thank you for being here. Thank you for celebrating Nyepi with us. We're happy to bring you into our home to celebrate here at the Creation Station with us. And until we speak again, everyone always remember to work hard, be brave, and don't forget to smile.